The federal government savings bond offer for the month of August 2026 is now open for subscription. So if you want to invest in the FGN savings bond for the month of August 2026, you now have the opportunity to do that. The offer was opened yesterday, the 3rd of August, and it is going to be available until the 7th of August 2026. So if you want to invest, you have between now and the 7th of August to do that. Because if you miss out on this offer, it means you have to wait until September before you can subscribe again. Now, just in case you don't know anything about the FGN Savings Bond, the FGN Savings Bond is a government-backed investment that allows individual investors like you and I to loan our money to the government, and then you get paid returns. So basically, you loan your money to the government for a period of 2 years or a period of 3 years, and then you get paid returns. The returns they pay you is called coupon, and that coupon is being paid to you every 3 months. So when you subscribe, you'll be getting paid your coupon every 3 months. Then upon maturity, the money you invested will be returned to you. So whether you invested for 2 years or for 3 years, you get paid your coupon every 3 months. Then after 2 years or after 3 years, depending on the tenure that you went for, your entire capital that you invested will be returned to you. So who exactly can invest in the federal government savings bond? The federal government savings bond was actually established in 2017. And ever since then, the government has been consistent when it comes to paying returns to all their investors. What that simply means is that the government has never defaulted when it comes to paying returns to their investors. Now, who exactly can invest in FGN Savings Bond? FGN Savings Bond is opened to the general public. It is open to all Nigerians living in Nigeria and abroad. So whether you are a student, whether you are employed, whether you are a business owner, whether you are an entrepreneur, whether you are a stay-at-home mom, whether you are a core member, anybody at all can invest in federal government savings bond. Provided you are a Nigerian living in Nigeria or living abroad, you can actually invest in federal government savings bond. So what exactly do you need for you to be able to invest in FGN savings bond? For you to invest, you need to have a brokerage account. You need to create a brokerage account with a licensed stockbroker. There are many of them out there, so you need to carry out your research and then look for a licensed stockbroker that you can sign up with. When you sign up with a broker and create your brokerage account, you complete your KYC, so you'll be giving your CSCS number and your CHN. So once you have your CSCS number and your CHN, then it means that you are now ready to start investing. So the window to invest in FGN Savings Bond is usually opened in the first week of every month. And when the window to invest is open, your broker is going to notify you. Another thing you also need to invest is money. Of course, you need money to invest. Without money, you will not be able to invest. So how much can you invest with if you want to invest in FGN Savings Bond? The minimum investment is 5,000 naira and the maximum investment is 50 million naira. So with as little as 5,000 naira, you can start investing in federal government savings bond. Okay, now the thing is, you can only invest in multiples of 1,000 naira. What that simply means is that you can invest 5,000 naira, you can invest 10,000 naira, you can invest 20,000 naira, but you cannot invest 5,300 naira, 10,700 naira, or 15,400 naira. No, you can only invest in multiples of 1,000 naira. Now, let's talk about the interest rate. What is the interest rate like? Historically, the FGN Savings Bond has returned around 13 to 17% interest per annum. And if you look at the August offer, you will notice that the 2 years tenor is returning around 13.963% interest per annum, while the 3 years tenor is returning around 14.963% interest per annum. So the offer changes depending on the bond that is being issued for that particular month. Now let's assume that you want to invest 5 million naira in this August offer and you're going for the 3 years tenor that returns around 14.963% interest per annum. If you are investing 5 million naira, it means that every year you'll be getting around 748,150 naira. Now here's the thing. The government will not pay you this entire 748,000 naira at once. What they will do is that they will divide this money into 4 equal parts. And when you divide the money into 4 equal parts, what you are going to get to be around 187,000 naira thereabouts. So it means every 3 months, the government will pay you around 187,000 naira. That is, if you are investing 5 million naira in this August offer and you're going for the 3 years tenor, that returns around 14.936% interest per annum. So depending on how much you want to invest, you can just go ahead and do the math. When you do the math, it will give you an idea of exactly how much returns you should be expecting if you are investing in this August offer. And of course, depending on the tenor that you are going for. Now, here's the interesting thing about this FGN Savings Bond. You can actually leverage on this particular investment to pay your children's school fees effortlessly. How do I mean? You know, in this part of the world that we live in Nigeria here, we pay children's school fees once every 3 months. So when you do the math on how much you are paying for your children's school fees every quarter, that will now give you an idea of how much you are going to invest. So when you invest that money in FGN Savings Bond, all right, maybe you invest with a 3 years tenor, every quarter you will now be getting paid returns. You'll be getting paid your coupon. So with that, you now know that, okay, for the next 3 years, I've settled the issue of school fees. Because you know you have an investment somewhere that is bringing you money and you're using that money to pay for your children's school fees. All right. Now, you'll be paying your children's school fees from your coupon. And you do that consistently for the next 3 years. After 3 years, your capital will be returned to you. Now, if you want to continue with the process again, as you withdraw your capital, you can still reinvest it back again. All right. You can invest it again for another 3 years. If you like, you can keep increasing the amount. All right. So this is one way you can actually leverage this particular investment opportunity. If you'd like to learn more on how you can actually get started with investing in the federal government savings bond, you can book a one-on-one consultation session with me. Use the link in the video description or in the first comment of this video. So that will be all for today. Before you go, do not forget to join our personal finance communities on Telegram as well as on WhatsApp. The links are down there in the description of this video as well as in the first comments of this video. Thank you so much for watching the video to the end. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.